You're in the middle of a dark swamp after a long and rainy day. They tell you to do nightland navigation and find several points, mailboxes on a post, throughout the swamp using nothing but a compass and a map. You wish you hadn't dozed off during the whole long class on compasses, azimuths, and how to do the math, and you still don't know what an azimuth is. I'm going to show you a small yet important skill in land navigation using a map. I am a forward observer / fire support Marine in the Marine Corps Reserves. I have taken several land navigation classes in the Marines and graduated from fire support man courses in Fort Sill, Oklahoma and Coronado, California. Land navigation and self-location are essential parts of my job, from finding your own grid location on a map and moving from location to location to spotting a target and finding its grid so you can call for fire. Being able to use a map this way is a very useful skill for a forward observer, for any combat Marine on a hill and in the field to have in his arsenal. All you need to do this is a eraser, magic eraser, to wipe down your map board. You also, most importantly, need a protractor. There's a lot you need to do with this. And then there's also a map pen. Generally, we don't use red map pens because at night when you have a red light on, it's literally invisible. So green, blue, those ones work a little bit better. But in this instance, since it's the only one I could find, this is what I'm using. Okay, so first we're going to try target location. Say we're trying to find this point right here. So we would take our protractor, make sure it's facing north, and then turn it to the side. And generally, for these types of grid maps, we use this square right here. But you want to turn it on its side, place it over the grid square that the spot's contained in, and then slide it over to the side, staying on the line until it's right on top there. Make sure it's lined up. Okay. And then once you mark it, to find the 8-digit grid that you need to call for fire or get the direction and distance for, you go, the right terminology is right and up. So first, you're going to see these at the top. You see that it is in the 43 meter grid square right here. So you're going to write down here 4-3. And then on the side here, you go over and it is 01. So the other side is 01. And then from there, it gets a little bit more specific. The number on this side will match with that. So it'll be 4-3, I don't know if you can see that, about 5-5. So right there. And then going the other way, see how it lines up? So you're finding that right there. That would be about 3-5 is what I'll say. And so, yep, that's your 8-digit grid. You would say in a transmission, grid 43550135. So there you go. Next, I'm going to show you how to take your location and find the direction and distance to a new target. So what you want to do for that first is draw a line. You can use your protractor. Line it up. Not perfect, but alright, there you go. Okay, so you've driven your line, and make sure you make it long so that for this next part, it's a lot easier. So there's a little dot on the protractor. You take your protractor, line it up on the dot, make sure it's facing north, straight lines, and then you want to go to the outside tick marks to find the proper direction. So the direction would be about 5160. It's kind of faded, so it's hard to see. After you do that, you want to find the distance to the next target. So you'll take the protractor. There's a little slit in the center, and you want to line it up, and you want to put it directly on the line. So I'll put it like that. And yeah, so directly on the line, and the distance would be about 300 meters. So that's how far you have to travel from this location to that location on the map. So yep, that's how you find direction and distance to your next target. Oftentimes it feels like your biggest weapon as a forward observer is your protractor and map. That is why these skills are so important and can make you feel a lot more at ease if you ever needed to use a map. So that is why today I showed you how to find an 8-digit grid target on a map using a protractor, and how to find the direction and distance to a new target. These are one of the most important skills of an FO, and the best way for you to learn on your own is with lots of repetition and concentration, so that you can learn to do it faster until you aren't scared to go out and try it in real life, or find your way out of a dark swamp you've never been to.